What is going on, everybody? This is 13 with Superior Mobile ByThirteen, and tonight I've got EAD's 2021 Dodge Charger, and I have a confession to make. I always kind of thought a Charger was a Charger and there were different trim levels or whatever, but this one is the 392 version, and I took this thing around the block when I was aiming the headlights, and holy mammy jammies, this thing's got some get up and go. So not only does it have this absolutely gorgeous paint job, but it's got a really badass engine in it, but now, because of me, it has amazing headlights. So let me talk about these headlights real quick. These are the OEM housings, of course, and I opened those up. We have done a projector retrofit, so we're running the Morimoto MD2S projectors, 50-watt HID system, so that's super high performance. We've got the NextLevelNeo DRL boards right there and right there. They are wired in series, not in parallel, which is really important to me. I'll get into that later. We've got the lighting Trendz Snorkels. Those are smoked diffusers, also RGBW addressable. We have the NextLevelNeo HD halos around those bad boys. So those have a higher density of LEDs, so they're super bright. And then we also have the NextLevelNeo RGBW addressable halos down in the fog light position. So we've got a lot of really great lighting performance upgrades on the front end of this vehicle. Let me show you how you can turn it on for parking lot pimping mode, just like I've done in the past. I've got a little stainless steel button down there hidden in the kick panel, and when you push it, it illuminates. Alternatively, you can just start the car, or when you hit an unlock on the key fob. So the turn signal, the ignition, and the button are the three inputs to the battery saver on this, which controls the power to the BlueGhozt and the power to the LEDs. So with addressable LED products, you don't want to have them on constant power because they're constantly awaiting instructions and therefore consuming electricity, and that can kill your battery. The battery saver prevents that problem. And with the BlueGhozt module, we have integration for startup and shutdown animations and turn signals. Of course, it is controlled via the app, so as soon as we turn on a show mode, we have, oh my goodness, look at that beautiful thing. This is, of course, just kaleidoscope, so it's our rainbow mode, but you can see how everything is perfectly synced, and we have travel from the center all the way across multiple products, and it flows very, very smoothly. I take a lot of pride in my programming, if you don't mind me saying. Here it is on a waves mode, and you can see that it just travels right across, nice and seamless. We like it. Cylon is a personal favorite of mine because it goes across, back and forth, across both headlights, both snorkels, both fog lights, both halos. Like, obviously, we want all of the products to communicate with each other, and that gives us the best effect. This is another example. This is called Starfall. We've seen these modes before. They're user programmable, so you can create any type of system that you want. If you have particular colors that you're interested in, or if you want it to do, a certain type of pattern, like, you just create it. If you want just solid modes, you can do that too. This is just solid. You can control the dim real easily. That goes down and go back up. Using the little color wheel, we can just control it and make it any sort of color, just like standard RGB stuff, but that's kind of lame because if you have addressable, then why would you be doing anything? This is Hyperspectral. I'm a big fan of Hyperspectral because it's kind of like a little rainbow hurricane going left to right here, right? I like it a lot. So I'm going to turn off the show modes now and just turn on the ignition position of the vehicle. So this is what's going to happen every single time that he starts the car. So that's the Rainbow Road animation that I refer to as the startup and shutdown animation. You can see that I've got it configured right now where we have blue halos and white DRLs and snorkels, but that can be easily customizable via the app if you want to run it in all white, or if you can change it to any sort of basic color if you want it in all red, which gives them a little bit more customizability. As with anything that is BlueGhozt controlled, there are multiple types of animations that you can do for your startup and shutdown, but this is just my favorite because it does a cool fancy rainbow. Now, I happen to love sequential turn signals, and I think that this is a really, really stunning selection of products that's all being used and synchronized very well and very tastefully. So this is a bit of a close-up on our DRL setup right now, and then coming over here, this is a nice close-up of the turn signal swooping across. And again, the turn signal is customizable as well. There's several different modes, but this is my personal favorite for this. You can also make it any particular color and do all sorts of cool things. and that's what it looks like when it shuts down. So that's pretty much the gist of it. It's a very beautiful system. I'm pretty proud of it. It's one of my favorite installations that I've done to date. It's extremely serviceable and it's all tied in really nicely. It's one of those installs that's just done so well that I know I'm not going to have problems with it down the line. Pricing and product information for this particular build will be in the video description, so if you're interested in a build for yourself, be sure to check that out. All builds are custom made to order, so of course the pricing will vary depending on the features that you select for your vehicle, and all build requests must be submitted via the form on my website, and the link to that will also be in the video description. So as always, thank you so much for watching. This is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13. I hope you like my work, and if you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow along, do the songs, do the dances. All right, have yourself a great day. I'll talk to you later. See ya.